Hello Philippines and welcome to FEU Diliman for Season 77 UAAP Men's Football. We have a great game on tap for you. The four-time finalists of UAAP football, UP against the National University Bulldogs. Coming at you here on Ball Channel HD and ABS-CBN Sports and Action. NU against UP. Bob Guerrero on the call with Armand Del Rosario. Glad you could join us here for your weekly dose of university football here on Sports and Action. UP, of course, one of the most consistent sides in UAAP football. Let's take a look now at what went down in UAAP Season 77 over the weekend and earlier today. Ateneo and NU battling to a 2-all draw at Mor Lorenzo. UP winning 2-0 over UST. FEU dropping points for the first time this season. They're held to 1-all by Coach Hans Smith's Archers. UE getting their first win against Adamson. And today, you saw that great game. Ateneo edging UST 2-3. Armand Del Rosario, for sure, today's game is going to be very competitive between these two sides.
Well, you have UP, who's always coached very well, and Doc Gonzalez. You have a few UFL players out there, good quality players, and you expect a lot from UP these days.
UAAP football, very competitive, as you can see by these standings. It's kind of like anybody's game out there. Ateneo is actually in second place at the moment. DLSU in third. But NU and UP both at 4 points. This game is going to be hard fought, Armand.
It definitely will. I expect a lot from UP. They lost, or they tied LaSalle earlier this year. LaSalle obviously have tied FU as well, the former champs of UAAP. So you do expect a lot from UP coming into today.
And we expect a lot also from National University. Let's meet their captain, who is a member of the Under-22 national team, Paulo Salenga. This is the profile of NU. They're coached by Lenem Lararas from Davao, and Arnel Casil has been a rocket center back. The rookie is Jekar Soliano. There's much promise with him, but it's Paulo Salenga who is the captain from Pampanga, and let's listen to what he has to say.
Natuto ako mag-football kasi nung pinasyal ako ng tita ko sa base park, may nakita ako naglalaro ng football. So, nainggit ako. Sabi ko, gusto ko rin laruin to. Isang araw, pumunta ako doon, tinuruan ako. So, natuto ako hanggang napunta na ako dito. So, minahal ko na rin yung sports ko. Doon ako nagsimula sa Basa Airways, Florida Blanca, Pampanga. Inaasahan ko ngayong season, makapasok po kami sa Final Four. Kasi ito yung last season ko eh. Bibigay ko yung best ko para manalo kami sa game natin.
Armand, it's great to see. It's not football in the provinces, not just Iloilo Negros. We really have talent from all over the country, don't you think?
Yeah, it's nice to see the Salenga from Pampanga doing a great job coming out, making his team, making a difference for NU, and it's good to see. I want to see him today play. It'll be my first time to see him in person, and it's good scouting.
Half a dozen goals in Season 76, looking for more this year. On the flip side, of course, there's UP. They have reached the finals 4 years running. It is the last playing year for Jingoy Valmayor from San Carlos. What a scorer. He's been terrorizing defenses all the last 4 years. Daniel Galia, national team, as is Ian Clarino, and Ace Villanueva is the goalkeeper. This is a veteran team, and of course, they are led up top by the son of Mayor Gerardo Valmayor of San Carlos, none other than Jingoy Valmayor in his last season. Let's hear what he has to say about Season 77.
beses na kami nasa finals pero hindi namin na-claim yung championship. So this year, last year na ng mga seniors, mga batchmates ko, kailangan namin bumawi at i-prove na kaya namin mag-champ. Actually, lahat kami mag-step up kasi gusto namin manalo. Madami akong natunan sa past 2 finals namin na hindi kami nanalo. Siyempre, medyo mainit kasi yung ulo ko. Nakita niyo naman siguro yun. Pero, ayun, nag-improve naman ako kasi tinutulungan ako ng mga teammates namin na mag-cool down, be patient lang.
Well, that's a refreshing bit of honesty there from Jinggoy, but you've seen him play. He's your real handful for defenses, isn't he?
Oh, definitely. I've seen him play firsthand. I've played against him. He's a great player. The only thing I see that he needs to do to improve and take it to the next level if he wants to go to the ASCALs or succeed is his overall fitness level. You look at his body, you obviously can see that he doesn't eat properly. I've heard whispers about his work ethic. You know, he's a great player without doing those things. If he did those things, I'd expect him to take the leap to the next level.
I don't know. I don't want to hear what you think about my work ethic and my diet, Armand. At any rate, we'll take a break. When we come back, we'll have kickoff for you between NU and UP. Welcome back to FEU Diliman, where we are moments away from kickoff between the University of the Philippines and National University here in UAAP Season 77. There are some changes to both sides, and we'll be keeping abreast of that. Here is how UP lines up. The big news is that Daniel Gadia, their usual midfielder, has an issue. He has not starting today because he lost a toenail the other day.
And missed practice yesterday. He stepped on a rock.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah.
And in his place, it's going to be that number 7, Sohail Bidar, the rookie out of Green Hills. It's Valmayor up top and Aguilar, Vince Aguilar, the veteran, behind him. Ace Villanueva in goal. For National University, they have 2 changes on the right side of their defense. Jericho Dagsa from Puerto Princesa, Palawan, comes in at center back beside Arnel Casil. And it is Oren, number 31, Jonas Oren from Iloilo, who gets the start at right back. He's a converted striker. Darwin Regala, the usual right back, is suspended on cards, as is Eddie Alivio, the center back partner of Arnel Casil. Looks like Joel Lamboson is going to be the referee for today. So this is the starting lineup for NU. Watch out for Jekar Soliano from Santa Barbara, Iloilo. He's the hot rookie prospect. Paulo Salenga will look to create with Nico Macapal. And for UP, as we mentioned, Sohail Bidar with the start. Feb Baya from San Carlos is going to be in the defense. And there's a start also for Michael Sims from Davao. We haven't seen much of him this year, but he's in the game for UP.
It's nice to be out here today watching college football again. It feels like forever since I've been out to a college football UAAP game, since I think close to when I graduated a couple years ago.
That's right, and of course you are the manager of the Sparks, the team of the Young Husbands, and you probably got your eyes on and you sharpened your pencil and got your notebook out for this match, I'm sure.
Exactly. Circle the names on this list I have in front of me. Future Sparks players in the making out there. Of course, I have to ask permission from some of these coaches to take them on. But
that's right, but it certainly will help, because the league, the Pro League, does have a transfer window usually after UAAP concludes, which is in the first week of March. Different format this year, by the way, in the Final Four. The semifinals will be just 1 game, and the finals also just 1 game. So previously it was twice to beat in the Final Four and then best of 3 in the final series. It's overcast and windy here in FEU Diliman. Medyo malakas ang ihip ng hangin mula sa kaliwa ng inyong screen. At medyo maapektuhan talaga ang laban nila. Lalo na sa mga high balls sa defense. So kailangan nilang mag-tansya ng maayos. And there is Jinggoy Valmayor. Classic number 9, isn't he? Strong, good in the air, lethal finisher.
He made my my youngster over in Loyola look pretty bad that one time we played against his club team. You know, he's they're about the same age, and he bullied him a bit. You know, so my youngster has some work to do. But Jinggoy, great player.
Yes, you're talking, of course, about Josh Groman, aren't you?
Yeah, exactly.
And, this goal he scored against them. UP in their classic maroon and National University in white. That's lofted towards Salenga. And cleared well by Albert Yatko. Valmayor goes down, and a free kick right away for UP, given up by Elgen Antipolo.
Valmayor is going to be very tough up top. He's very strong, big-bodied person, hard to move, and these skinny defenders of NU are going to have a hard time with him up on top. Free kick in a dangerous area, always not good to do for the defending team.
Valmayor sends it straight into the wall. And Michael Sims had a chance at goal for a moment. He used to have long curly hair for the last 2 seasons. He's kept it nice and short this season. Salenga wheels the ball forward, looking for Patrick Valenzuela. 2 Palaweños here, Valenzuela and Dagsa. There's Albert Gatko, one of the guys who's playing his last year of eligibility for University of the Philippines. A chance. Jekar Soliano had it for a moment. And there's some serious miscommunication in the back between the defense, the goalkeeper Ace Villanueva, and his defender there,
Santos.
Pachi Santos.
Pachi's a guy to watch out for in the future. I rate him quite highly as a right back, and I think he has a good future ahead of him as long as he continues to work hard, continue to progress with his skill, and he can go places.
Yatko trying to feed Ochoa. That's a foul there by Ian Clarino on his under-22 national team teammate Paulo Salenga. And Clarino is part of the first family of football of Cainta Rizal. There's like, what, 7 or 8 of them who play football. He gives up the foul. There's Ace Villanueva from Marist School in Marikina. Francis Abalunan is standing over this ball, as is Jekar Soliano. And look at Soliano. Look at the build on this guy. This guy's a rookie.
Is he?
He's a rookie from Santa Barbara, Iloilo. So he's from a football town. Could he be taking this one, or will Abalunan take this with his right?
In swinger, left foot, good pass.
That is likely going to be a goal kick.
Not bad.
The effort from Nico Macapal from Seasonn Negros Oriental. Marami akong mga kaibigan sa football community dyan sa bandang Dumaguete. Siguro pinagmamalaki si Macapal today, as that is sent all the way over for Jinggoy, and it'll trickle out. I want to say hello to everybody watching on Malls Channel HD. You can watch this tomorrow as well, Friday, December 12 on Sports and Action. And that is a foul there.
Definitely. Referee, what's going on? You never like to see that in the game, but it's part of it. Little rough house. Doesn't hurt anyone.
Except when it does hurt somebody. There's Sims.
But you know what? It's for me, UP is a mirror of what Anto is. You know, Anto is a hard physical player. Doesn't give up, fighter till the end. Malakas si Anto. He pushes them hard in training, pushes them hard in games, and you see them play not shy for contact. Straight away, here's another foul. You know, typical style of play that Anto has.
And this is Muros, who is been tagged with the foul. This is another one of the veterans for Anto Gonzalez. A little clip there with the ball well away. But you're right, you know, Anto Gonzalez, national team player, as late as recent as 2012. And he's a fighter and a role model to these kids. Chingoy Valmayor drawing a crowd. It's won by Macapal. The foul will go against UP.
You know, that's the problem when you're a big-bodied player. You push a player off the ball, even if it's legal or if it's not so bad and the other player flies. The referees normally out here call against you. But I didn't see anything too badly that Chingoy did there. You know, so touch foul.
And that's better coordination there between Feb Baye and Ace Villanueva. Pero sa ganyang sitwasyon, yung forward kasi, alam niyang wala siyang mawawala kung mag-foul siya. Because if the worst thing that can happen is hindi niya makukuha yung bola, pipituhan siya. But if the referee's having a bad day, he might get away with it.
Yeah. But at the same time, you don't want to see your striker fouling too much up there. It kind of demoralizes the team when they're trying to get him the ball, and he's, you know, being lazy and fouling. But I'm not saying that's what Valmayor did. You know, the one weakness I see here in this UP squad right now, you look at the midfield and it seems very distant from the defense. There's a lot of gaps in there, and they need to play a little more compact. So,
how about this? Chingoy pokes it with his weaker left foot well wide of the post. Well, there were some gaps in the NU defense on that play that Valmayor nearly exploited.
Sayang. It was a good opportunity right in front of goal, Dito.
A little bit of an elbow there on Dagsa.
You see how he bodied the defender off? He bodied him, held his body, and the defender couldn't get through him to the ball. That's a perfect way to shield the ball.
Salenga and Clarino. I was talking to Paulo Salenga earlier. He said that he and his buddies on the under-22 national team who went to Japan for a training camp a few weeks ago, they have Olympic qualifiers coming up next year. They're going to play Thailand.
Oh, good luck. Yeah, good luck.
Of course, the senior team of Thailand got the better of the Ascals last night, but it's a good year for the Philippine Ascals. I think I'm proud of what they've achieved this year, and I'm looking forward to 2015 very much.
You know what they did versus Thailand in Rizal Memorial Stadium? It surprised me greatly. You know, I didn't expect them to have such a good showing.
Macapal!
You almost now expect them to play well against all these big clubs, you know, all these big countries.
That's
Singapore,
right.
Malaysia, Thailand. And after that game in Rizal Memorial Stadium, believe na, kaya natin, you know, we can potentially win a tournament.
That's right. And sa darating na taon, sasali tayo sa World Cup qualifying for the Russia World Cup in 2018. May mga home and away games tayo. Mga kalaban natin ang mga bigatin na koponan mula sa Asia, kagaya ng mga Japan, baka South Korea, yung mga Saudi Arabia. So talagang mababatak ang mga Ascals natin. Can't wait for 2015. It's gonna be exciting. Salenga.
No support.
Sims.
You know, when Salenga got the ball up here on attack, you look at his support from his teammates, and there were two guys trailing, but they were 15, 20 yards away. When you're up in attack, you need to have guys around you, guys supporting fast within 5-10 meters of you. You can't be attacking alone.
I think the best example, I think, is Spain. Those are the guys who really support each other. There's another one of the rookies for Lelem Laranas in NU. That is Colina from Cebu. Lawrence Colina. So a lot of the rookies coming into UAP season 77. Clarino. He's a little bit better than that. But this guy has got the stature, doesn't he, to play international football?
Well, he's big-bodied, he's tall, he looks like he could be physical. You know, there are things that they need to polish up on. I'm looking at the field, at all these guys, and of course they can play in the professional league out here. However, for them to play at a high level or play and start consistently, they need to put in work. You know, I didn't realize how hard you have to work as a professional just to stay in the league until maybe 3-4 years ago. And these guys need to learn that after practice, you need to hit the gym. There are things that you're weak on. You got to go to the gym twice a week. You know, it's not just going to practice, going home, going to school. You got to put in the extra effort. And when they learn that, the sooner they learn that, the better off they'll be in the future.
You got to sacrifice. You have to sacrifice a big chunk of your social life also.
Oh, exactly. No going out so much, no drinking. You know, your social life is the gym. You know, that's what my life was for the last 2-3 years of my career, was just gym, hanging out with Super Lolo in his gym, or some friends, you know, or teammates. That's what it is.
Your social life is your teammates, pretty much.
Yeah.
We have a free kick coming our way. This is Jericho Dagsa, the kid from Puerto Princesa, Palawan. Makapal, a wee bit ambitious there, as that has tickled some of the branches of the big tree behind the goal mouth. But I think in UAAP football, medyo undersized ang mga ibang goalkeepers. It's nice to take shots like that every now and then.
Of course. You know, when the Filipino we're small in stature, so it's rare you find a tall, big Filipino that plays goalie. Normally, the tall Filipinos pupunta sa basketball, diba? So it's rare to find.
Oren, rather this is Makapal. This is Arnel Casil sending the ball forward. Arnel Casil is one to watch out for, from Moncayo, Compostela Valley. And Alita ko, naunahan ka na sa mga ibang teams, kay Arnel ng ibang team. Oo, di ko na lang sasabihin kung sino.
Well, maybe I can get in there, get involved. when you have players such as the Young Husbands, they're pulling power for other players to want to come and play with them. So, baka may chance pa ako.
Tignan natin. Still scoreless here in FEU Diliman. The girls had Natasha and Marielle, boy, they were lucky. They had a great game to cover that 3-2 between Ateneo and UP. Here is Vince Aguilar. He's also playing his last year and wearing the captain's armband. I tell you, the number 8 of UP, I hope we get to look at him later. Vince Aguilar. He looks like Kiao Coco of Denmark in a major way.
Is it the sideburns, the hair?
The sideburns, yeah, that's part of it. And he's a pretty handy player. He's not quite as good as Kiao Coco, but that's not saying much.
That's pretty good, man.
Number 8 there, he's in the middle of your screen.
I think he heard you. He's looking over here.
Jericho Dagsa going for goal, and it's an easy grab for Ace Villanueva. He has experience with the under-19 national team and international level. That's a long 6 seconds, aren't you?
I was thinking the same thing. I was definitely thinking the same thing.
Sims.
You know, this NU team, look at they're very compact there down on defense. Good 6-7 guys there in the back. Not taking any chances going forward. They definitely respect this UP team a lot. Offside.
That is just beyond Francis Abalunan. He's another one of the Compostela Valley kids from Monte Vista. My goodness. Compostela Valley, they've got UAAP players from Monte Vista, Moncayo, Maco, and Nabunturan. You got to get down there.
I definitely do.
You got to get down there, man.
There's some of these FEU kids that are from over there.
Yeah.
You know, some of the good ones.
Higanto and Amita are from Maco, and Nabunturan is where Kubon and Bugas are from.
You know what? I really, when I first met Bugas and Amita, initially your first thought is Bugas is the better player. But the way Amita has progressed in this last 6 months, unbelievable. Ang galing niya. And I regret that we let him go to Jeepney. I wish we were able to keep him, but for Nano to improve to be the player that he is, he needed to be in a team like Jeepney where he could be the main man.
That's right. And we're definitely going to see more of FEU in the... hang on a minute here. For a moment, Jinggoy Valmayor had some daylight. Another player going down. It's Elgin Antipolo there, felled by Kobe Ochoa. Macapal.
I don't know if that was a shot or a cross, but not too dangerous at all.
Hachi Santos.
That's the type of ball you want to get into Valmayor's feet. You know, get him the ball to his feet so he can turn and move or play off of a player off that pass. Unfortunately, Jinggoy didn't get to the ball first, but you like to see your defenders getting the ball to the feet of your strikers.
This is Casil. Floating it forward, trying to hunt down Abalunan, and it is a free kick. Clarino saying it went off his shoulder. Joel Lamboson said there was a bit of a bicep on that one, maybe.
Let's see the replay. I thought it was off of his chest, shoulder area. But here we go.
Yeah, that's off the shoulder, maybe a bit deltoid on that one.
Yeah.
Free kick. Salenga's on this. Kasintahin kaya niya ang goal ni Nathan Ace Villanueva. It's just above that crossbar.
Decent attempt. Good power, good height. Just slightly over.
He's making the town of Florida Blanca, Pampanga proud. That's where RJ Joyel, also of FU, the goalkeeper, is from. And another great kid from that area as well. Alvin Obero played for Arellano University, and he's supposedly good chance that he signs for the Air Force football team. And he knows how to put the ball in the net as well. Moros, neat one touch back from Valmayor to Aguilar. There's Jonas Oren. He's actually a striker, is Jonas Oren from Iloilo City. They are playing him at right back. He started that first game of the season against Adamson at right back.
Stuck out there, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Well, when you have a quality player, like I said, if a player is good, he can play anywhere. You know, a good, intelligent player can play anywhere on the field.
The classic utility player.
Yeah. Yeah, I look at Simon Greatrich from Morocco. He can play right back, holding mid, attacking mid. There was one game he played striker and scored a goal for us. So you know, you can have utility players that are intelligent and know the game and play several positions.
You know, your brother Anton can also play some striker every now and then, attacking midfield.
He loves to attack. He can play in the middle. Maybe you might see him in the midfield this coming year. We'll see what we can do. Get him into the games. And you're such a great utility player. You can even play manager. That's the
biggest.
You know, I've gone from, in my career, I've gone from striker to midfield to wing to left back to center back, kulang na lang goalie, left bench, and manager. So,
Kulang na lang water boy,
yeah,
tsaka
kulang na lang.
physiotherapist.
Oh,
Again, Soliano and Abalunan on the ball. Soliano's moving forward. Useful. Flicked over by Macapal, and some naughtiness there from Paolo Salenga that fails to escape the notice of the referee. Good mix of backgrounds here. You got players from Iloilo, Masbate, Metro Manila, Mindanao. We're a footballing nation, you know.
it's growing. It definitely is. You know, when I first moved out here, there were only 3 areas that had, you know, three areas that had football players in UAAP mostly. It was Metro Manila, Iloilo, Negros, and we had Masbate players.
Yeah.
I don't know if there are too many from Masbate anymore.
Tons of them in the UAAP.
Yeah.
UE is full of players from Masbate and Romblon. At alam mo, hindi lang matagal na sila naglalaro, hindi lang na natutuklasan ng mga teams ng UAAP minsan. Like yung FEU ang unang sumabak sa Mindanao para maghalongkat ng mga player doon. And they found fantastic players. I mean, the raw materials are there. And you got FEU, they got the Menzi brothers from Baguio. And you know, players from Palawan on this NU team.
You know, what's great is you have now the college level that can be, you know, because let's face it, we don't all have the financial capabilities to go scouting everywhere. At least the colleges now can be the scouting arms for the professional leagues here, and then the professional leagues just have to scout the college games.
That's right.
For players that they want to bring up to their team. So it's starting to come into its own football in the country.
A chance here. This is Aguilar wheeling it in. Chingoy! How does he miss?
Wow. In front of goal. He knows it. He knows it. That's 2 now. This next one's going to be a goal.
It's the old Ian Araneta smiling after you miss a shot. The smile there from Valmayor.
The whole goal open to him, and he goes to the near post. He could have slotted it home at the far post. Easy to say after watching it.
That's right.
Difficult to do when you're in the situation.
He had to open up the body and poke that one to his right, but is he going to get a better chance than that? Goal kick from Seasonn Pepito of NU, another Cebuano. I mean, that's another place that he's going to produce a lot of players. They've got a very well-organized football association there. They have the facilities. They have a new stadium.
You know, I was there earlier this year with ABS-CBN Sports when we did Team U, and we went to public school, and they do have some players. They do have some talent. I heard that FEU already goes to them to scout for players from there, and there was 1 or 2 players that were going to come over to FEU. But yeah, there definitely is talent all over the nation.
Aguilar.
And the great part is that not only are they here for football, you get these kids who have nothing in life or who have very little, and you give them a chance through education, whether or not they get to play in the professional leagues or the ASCALs. You know, you get them to college, they play college, and they get an education. And yan ang pinaka-importante.
Absolutely.
Look at the gap in the midfield. Look at that. NU has the midfield locked down. 4 of their players there in the middle. They can't get anything through there. So Anto's really going to have to figure out how to unlock that midfield. See? Anytime they get into that middle, the ball's gobbled up and NU player.
Got to do a bit of the Spain tiki-taka spacing, don't they? Crowd around a bit.
They just got to move together as a unit. It just seems like it's so individual right now. It's just when you get a chance, look at the middle when UP has the ball coming out from the defense. And you'll see the middle of the pitch, there are about 4 NU players.
Macapal. Headed well by Muros. Ambitious there from Colina. noticed one thing about this NU side, Armand, is that they have made a conscious effort. We'll get back to that later. Valmayor wheeling it in to Sims, but Macapal gets there. NU has made a conscious effort to recruit tall, big, strong players. We look at Jekar Soliano. He's a rookie.
Yeah. Look at their whole squad. You compared the whole squad to the Ateneo team that we just saw. And that Ateneo team, they had some tiny players.
They have that Rocha kid that is a giant.
Yeah.
Looks like he can line up beside the keeper event in the next basketball season. And that is half cleared. A chance for Pachis in the box. And
solid defending.
Sohail Bidar getting in there. There's Jekar Soliano. He's from Santa Barbara, Iloilo. That is a proud footballing town. We'll get to that later. Sohail, there's a header from Febbaya that's going to drift wide. Delivery from Sohail Bidar from Green Hills, making his first start in UAAP men's seniors football. It's a pretty good corner.
You just have a feeling if UP can put a ball into the net in the next 5-10 minutes, the floodgates may open. They've had the better of the attack. They've had clear chances on goal. If they can just put one away, it'll put the pressure on NU to attack more, to try and tie the game and open things up for UP.
And look at that long throw by Arnel Casil. That is he's got probably the longest throw I've seen in the league. That's going to be another weapon for him going forward. Salenga trying to find Soliano, but it's left that pass in the oven a bit too long, and it's an easy grab for Villanueva.
Settle.
Yatko. Sims. Salenga to Abalunan, who's taken something in the face.
You know what you'll see when you get a lot more of these players coming to play or train with the professional teams is that they'll slow it down, they'll be a little more composed on the ball, and they'll play the ball out. They won't be too pressured and make mistakes and forced errors. That's the last thing you want a player to do, to be pressured and to react poorly.
Oh, Salenga's got some space. He needs some friends, though. Cuts back in. Well, he did have Patrick Valenzuela lurking in the middle. Can't get it to him.
Look at UP. They had 8 men in the box versus the 2 trailing men of NU. It's hard to beat that when you have the numbers. So at least they're defending as a team. Now, can they attack as a team is the question.
You're watching NU versus UP men's seniors football. UAAP season 77. Bob Guerrero on the call with Armand Del Rosario.
See, things like that, what you just saw, the defender just trying to kick it out of bounds. You, as a manager, as a player, as a coach, you don't want to see that. You want to see your player be calm, cool, collected, put the ball on the ground, and then either kick it long or pass it to a teammate. But to be pressured into making or trying to kick the ball just to kick it aimlessly is not what you want to see.
It's not, as they say in football, it's not cultured.
Yeah. And it puts a lot of pressure on your team if the ball goes wayward, right? So you want to have football be a more cultured game, like you say, and the ball move.
We're not talking about going to the museum and drinking champagne and stuff like that.
Definitely not.
No, definitely not. Listening to Rahman and those things, no. But that's what you get at higher stages. Players who make more creative decisions, better decisions.
Okay, Clarino gets that ball there, right there, perfect. Play it back, play it out to the left, faster. There you go. You want to get the ball back into Muros, to his feet, so he can turn and distribute going forward. Muros right there.
Wow, this UP is looked almost like FEU on that passage there with that short passing.
And I think that's where UP's weakness will be this year. I want to see Gadia get into the game today, see how he does if he comes into the middle later on, if he can control the middle a little bit more. But that's the strength of FEU is through the middle and their passing. You know, their famous Isapa. So, you know.
Pachi Santos, he's from Southridge. RF Southridge School. That's another footballing hotbed. There's some fine players coming from that school. Oh,
don't want to make a mistake like that.
Yatko's pocket has been picked. Elgin Antipolo wasted there by letting that ball trickle out.
Not too happy with himself right there. But a very bad defensive error there at the midfield. You don't want to be giving up the ball as the last man in that area of the field. Anything in mid-third and beyond, if you're the last man, you're the defender, you're not wanting to lose that ball there. If you dribble forward, maybe into the attacking third a little more, fine. You know, it gives more space for your center back to come and support, the winger to come and support. But if you lose it there and you're the last man on the ball,
delicado. Pachi Santos, he's also with the under-22 national side.
And he's grown quite big this last couple of years here. You know, he was a skinny kid last year when I last saw him, and now that I see him, he's put on a little bit more muscle.
It's just drifting past Abalunan. And Pachi Santos, he's got football pedigree. His older brother Andoni Santos was, of course, a very good striker for UP. I don't know if you ever played with him or against him.
Against him, yeah. But
tried defending him. You defended him.
Yeah, he's a very speedy guy.
Villanueva, Baya, fine pressure there.
The defender needs to pass that back. He needs to pass that back to the keeper, have confidence in his keeper that he can play it out with his feet if he played that back to him. Oof.
There's Jekar Soriano from Santa Barbara, Iloilo, where players like Dan Padernal came from, and Bervic Italia.
Oh man, those names. I remember those names quite well.
And Padern, you're feeling some twitches in your body remembering those names.
Yeah, Dan. Those are wars that you have with guys like that, man. I remember one practice game we had in Nassau. Coach Hans invited Coach Arias and San Beda to come over. And you hear these stories about Dan, right? And I was, after the first half, Coach put on his sideline. And in Nassau, you have cement walls right up about 2 feet high before the fence.
And the old LaSalle field.
Old LaSalle field. And all of a sudden, the balls come in. It's with this guy, Miko Lagman. And Dan Pardanal comes and hammers him from behind. And Miko's falling face first straight into the cement. I stick my hand out and I saved his face from being smashed into the cement. But Dan was very
physical,
intimidating.
Yes. And I presume you played with Bervic as well.
Oh yeah.
He's
All
not
these guys.
He's not a shrinking violet either.
Oh, no, definitely not. Ooh, handball. Ref doesn't see it.
The other player from Santa Barbara, of course, played for the national team, Giovanni Simpron, Manok Simpron.
Manok, yeah. You know, he's a decent little guy. Skinny, hard fighter. That's the type of player, personally, I like. I like the hard, not scared for contact type of player.
Yapko.
Look at the middle of the pitch. See all the whites.
Yapko again. Macapal's got some space. He needs some friends. Salenga, nice. Beautiful 1-2 back to Nico Macapal. Macapal goes down in the box and Lamboson says, stand up, young man.
That was nice interplay there with Salenga. Ooh.
Abalunan. Antipolo was looking for Macapal, but UP's defense is too organized at the moment, and the final pass in from NU, a bit wanting.
You know, NU, they're really playing a more conservative game. They have most of their team down on defense. The midfield is compact. UP can't work through there. They have to use the wings. And when they attack, they're attacking with 2-3 people. And, you know, if they can get a good counterattack, that's how they're going to score. For UP, they need to put one into the net if they want to open this game up. You know, they're not being able to move through the middle. Muro's right there. They should try and get the ball to his feet so he can distribute. But
for a moment,
that's the strength that Jinggoy has. You know, exactly like that.
Salenga's off to the races. The shot! Wide of the near stick.
It's these counterattacks. The defense is trying to get the ball into Jinggoy's feet. They're bypassing the midfield, so they have to go through. If they punch it into Jinggoy's feet hard, then Jinggoy at least will have a chance. But if it's going to be a slow roller into Jinggoy's feet, that's what's going to happen. NU's going to steal the ball out from them. They're going to pass it down, counterattack, straight to Salenga, on goal. You know, lucky for UP that Salenga didn't make more of that. That's the type of punch into the feet we're talking about. Give a good, strong, firm pass into feet.
Santos. Back inside to Kobe Ochoa. It's won well. Salenga's all by his lonesome. Trying to flip that ball over to Valenzuela. Free kick for National U. Transition from defense to offense on NU, I think needs some work.
Well, you know what? I think the same for UP. They're look at all their men here in the box. They come down and defend all together, and they cannot move it through the middle. You know, they attack down the wings. I don't know if that's the style of play Anto wants, but that's how it's being played right now.
Oren with the free kick.
But for the counterattack to work for NU, they need to have more people going forward, at the very least 3.
These teams are tied in the standings with 4 points each, and they look very equal today as we are 6 minutes past the half-hour mark. One of the rookies, the coach Lele Malaranas. Did he just lie down so we could
get the ball
from under the fence with his feet? Wow.
It seems like something I did in the day, high school, before high school, 12 years old.
No ball boys over on that side. Soliano goes down. Back to Pachi Santos. Throw in for UP. Of course, we've got UAAP men's football every Thursday. We're taking a break on the Thursday after next, because that'll be Christmas Day. And here is Daniel Gadya, who's going to come in, I believe, for Kobe Ochoa. Daniel Gadya, under-22 national team, former under-19 national team from the San Beda High School in Rizal, and originally from Parañaque.
This is a player I rate highly. I hear so many good things about him from so many different people. He played in the Clear Dream match with James's team, and apparently, you know, he gave a great impression to all the guys there. And they're saying his work ethic, not just from the Team James camp, but from even Antoa and everybody else. I hear stories how he's at a bus stop waiting for the bus to come or the jeepney to come, doing push-ups. You know, that's the type of hard work and work ethic that these youngsters need to learn.
The nice thing about Daniel Gadya, he keeps it simple. He's not an over-dribbler of the ball. His passing touch and his range getting better and better every year. Santos. This is back to Febaya. His pocket's almost picked by Valenzuela.
Get it to him.
Yatko. Sims is open on the left flank. Sims finds some space. Fed in towards the middle.
Ooh, nice.
So close to an opening goal there
Bidar.
by Sohail Bidar, the rookie.
Very nice individual play there. Look at this as we see it again. As he controls this, puts it over, and puts a shot on goal. That's a very good job.
He was held too.
Yeah, no, that's a great effort by Bidar.
Charge down.
I think Anto might be onto something there with that rookie.
Hachi.
A little too far.
And about 40 minutes to go. Wala pa ring naka-score dito sa FEU Diliman. Sino kaya? Aling depensa kaya ang bibigay? Sa NU o sa UP?
Tingnan natin kung kakayanan ni Gadia hawakan yung gitna.
Aguilar, forward to Jinggoy. Good cover there from Dagsa. Twisted free as Pachi looks for Bidar. Santos trying to pick out Jinggoy. Colina battling for possession. Colina again. Moros offloads back to Gadia. Yatko. Gadia loses it. This is Valenzuela. And that is not his best there. Way too much behind that one. That was for Salenga.
If you go back to the top there where Moros and Jinggoy and Gadia were, when Moros passed it into, I believe it was Gadia's feet or Aguilar's feet, he ran straight towards him. That closes space off. You don't want to do that. You want to pass it into the feet and open up. If you're going to him, it has one defender defending two people. You close off the space. Masyado madali for the NU defender to guard the two of them. So what you want to do is pass it into his feet, open up to a space, create more space for your other teammates to receive the ball.
Space is not in short supply in this field. 68 meters by 105. All sorts of room here as Bidar trying to shake free from Arnel Casil. It's a corner kick for UP.
I like what I'm seeing from Bidar today.
Seasonn Bidar, let's see if he is off the corner kick. Bad, and it is Jinggoy who puts his foot to it, but he scoops it over the bar.
As we have another look. The goalie misplays.
Very hard for Jinggoy to keep that ball down.
As he's trying to turn and shoot at the same time. Difficult to do, but something you expect from a player with Jinggoy's caliber.
We have got, as I was saying earlier, we have lots of football coming away. Next Thursday, this is the schedule. Adamson versus UP. Adamson are the debutants. At 1 o'clock live on Balls Channel HD. And then after that, UE against winless UST. It's live on Balls HD, and it's going to be delayed 2 p.m. on December 19th on ABS-CBN Sports and Action.
Pachi.
Pachi! Well, I don't know about that. I think that should have been cleared first and foremost by the defender.
Definitely. It was a good move by Pachi to get past the outside back and get a cross in.
After the 18th, we will be taking our winter break in UAAP football, just like the Bundesliga does. We'll be back
Winter
in January.
break.
Yes.
I don't see any snow.
Before UAAP break was UAAP was played in the January, February. They put it together within 6
You
weeks.
you know what, man? When I was in college, one year we played it in November or December. Next year we played it in January, February. It was never consistent.
Now, it's played. It's the 2014-2015 season. Aguilar in, and it is cleared by Casil. Moros. Pachi Santos floats it in, and the header from Ian Clarino. Just off target. It's good to see a center back going forward, and it's not even a set play, Arman.
No, definitely. I was thinking the same thing just now. You know, obviously, Anto has given free rein to a center back to attack. You don't normally see that very often, but you know, with some of your stronger center backs that can make sure they get back in time, and as long as your defense is, you know, are disciplined, it's fine.
We are going to have just 60 seconds of bonus time here in the first half. Still no score. Bidar back to Aguilar. Bidar hoists it forward. That's the wrong side of the crossbar. Kapal. Well, that is a very high ball for Salenga. Clarino. Yatko. That's a situation, Arman, where Yatko and Clarino have to be talking to each other.
Yeah, definitely.
Moros.
They need to know.
Gadia's pocket was picked earlier. He was going to make sure it didn't happen again.
He goes in strong, goes in hard. I like that in a player. He lost the ball and he didn't give up on it. You know, those are the things that you look for, because the touch, the feel, the dribbling, you know, the awareness, you can teach that, but it's the hard work and the work ethic and attitude of a player that you can't always teach.
And that is the end of the first half of play here between NU and UP. Jinggoy Valmayor with a couple of chances, but he cannot find the frame of the goal, and that's why after 45 minutes it's UP nil, NU nil here in UAAP Season 77 football. We'll take a break, and when we come back, some halftime analysis here on Sports in Action. Hello Philippines, welcome back to the scene here at FAU Diliman, where after 45 minutes, still goose eggs on the scoreboard, 0-0 between NU and UP, two teams on 4 points after 2 matches in this UAAP Season 77. And Jinggoy Valmayor, I think it's 3 attempts now. He's been unable to put past Jason Papito. Meanwhile, NU relegated to these long speculative forward balls and shots.
Yeah, nothing too dangerous from NU here today. They had one decent attempt on goal from Salenga, who put it wide, but everything else has been, you know, pretty vanilla from NU. You want to see them put more shots on goal, that challenge the keeper on their counterattacks. You want to see more men coming forward with them. If they don't have more men coming forward, they're going to have a difficult time, especially with UP sending guys back to defend as a team. They're having 8 guys behind that ball. On the UP end, you know, the midfield has been a weakness. You know, Anto told me before the game that his midfield have been losing the ball a lot, and he's looking to fix that. And actually, up until just the last maybe 10 minutes of the game, it was non-existent. You know, you want to see them play the ball through the middle. The team normally that controls the midfield controls the game and wins. right? So you want to see UP start to dominate in the middle, where they've been kind of lacking in that first half.
And how about this kid here, Sohail Bidar, the neat bit of work.
Good youngster.
And again, I think Valmayor not quite able to swivel around.
Kind of needs to get his body a little lower on that type. Good stats.
Fairly even, although you gotta say a lot of those NU shots medyo malayo, medyo alanganin talaga. So it's UP has been a bit stronger.
Clear yung mga shots ng UP. Yung mga shots ng NU medyo malayo and not even troubling the keeper. So we want to see more from NU in terms of shots on target, and then we want to see more from UP in terms of their midfield, stringing passes together.
We'll take another break, and when we come back, we will be just moments away from kickoff again here between NU and UP. Welcome back to FEU Diliman. NU and UP locked at a stalemate here in UAAP Season 77. Bob Guerrero on the call with Armand Del Rosario.
You know, I'm looking at this UP team, and I see their freshman there that's starting his first game today. And some positive things for the club. He was moved out to right wing over there, and you know, I like what I've seen. He had one good attempt on goal where he controlled it, flicked it over a defender, and tried to volley it into the net. Unfortunately, but he has skill. It's very interesting. The skill is there, and I think Anto should be very happy with some of his youngsters.
I bet Coach Hans Smith is wondering, how did I let this kid slip through my fingers?
Exactly.
Why isn't he wearing green and white this year? Instead, he's in the maroon. We're talking about Sohail Bidar from Green Hills.
You know, there are players where, you know, Coach Hans really he'll raise them to bring them to LaSalle. And one was, he felt really bad. I remember when I was in college and Coach Hans said, Paulo Misa. He went from, I think, LaSalle, Zobel, to UP, and Coach Hans was livid. Every time we'd play against UP, he'd always tell us.
Is this Coach Coach Hans livid, or Coach Hans' normal mood is livid?
No, this was Coach Hans.
Special,
yeah.
Coach Hans is special.
Paulo
okay.
Misa got special treatment from LaSalle whenever we play them. Let's put it that way.
And he is still a pretty good player.
Well, you know what? I'll tell you, he was one of the better players of that UP team back in the day. I'd even venture to say better than Anto, but you know, as you get older and you don't play as much, you lose some of what you had, and if you're not willing to put in the time, you're not going to get it back.
And you have gotten possession back. This is Michael Sims. Clarino.
There you go.
Clarino. No, actually, that's Muros. This is Clarino.
You want to see them move the ball a little faster here. There you go. Get it to Muros, like I was saying. Get Muros more into the game. Let him receive it off the players.
Yapko. Bidar trying to get on that, but it's ushered to safety by Soliano. Salenga, Feb Baez on him, and Salenga wins a corner kick.
Good defense, not letting him get by.
Feb Baya from San Carlos City, Negros Occidental, just like Chingoy Valmayor, and that is a place that has produced some seriously good players.
And Negros is really a hotbed. I'll never forget the time I spent there in Iloilo and seeing these kids playing. They definitely do it from a young age.
Balunan with the corner kick. Swung on over, and is it dealt with? Eventually, Ace Villanueva gets his paws on it. He is trying to have that one, but Almayer got a foot to it. Can't keep it in. Oh! Ginamit ni Jingo yung katawan niya. And he's switched brilliantly to the weak side. Michael Sim lays it forward to Aguilar, and Castle has to give up the throw-in.
You know, I really feel if Jingoy puts in the work, he could be something fairly special, you know, going forward. If it gets into his head in the next year or so that he needs to work, he needs to eat properly, he needs to work on things in his game that are glaring weaknesses. You know, he can be a little slow to turn. He you know, things like that where you need to improve your quickness and agility. If he had that, he could be very good. You know, it's that dedication and work ethic that I'm talking about.
Plenty of work ethic here from Nico Macapal as he's off to the races on the right side. That's like a 60-yard run down there, and Gadia has to take him out, give up the foul. Nico Macapal with some speed to burn.
I don't know if you've ever had a toenail missing or broken.
He almost had a motorcycle.
Not a bad foul. Wasn't a bad foul.
Nagkaroon na ako ng patay na kuko, pero hindi pa yung kumakalas.
If you've ever had a dead toenail from a rock or whatever, masakit yan. To play on a... There's one, when I first moved to Loyola, I broke my toenail in January. I'm trying to play and make an impression with coach. I didn't tell him I had a broken toenail. Played and played, got infected. Mahirap maglakad. Nice catch.
Maybe a bit too much information.
But I'm telling you, it's difficult. Ooh, good ball.
Fine ball over to Valmayor, who's got
right there.
Sohail in the middle. Valmayor is almost dealt with by Casel. The keeper spilled it, but gets it back. Bidar, good movement.
A little too much from Jingoy there.
Going back to the toenail of Daniel Gade, it's not his big toe, which is the very good development.
Yeah, it's hard to plant and move when it's your big toe. My toe last 2 Januaries ago was the big toe. So
you needed to rest that one. I hope you did.
I did not.
Pepito. Gadia. This is Vince Aguilar. Michael Sims. Forward to Aguilar. He's got some space. Aguilar goes down.
Outside the box.
Just outside the box. This is one of those McKinley Hill corners, isn't it? No, this is a BGC corner.
BGC, yeah. Yeah, just outside the box. Good call by the referee.
Valenzuela just puts his toe in there, speaking of toes, and short corner now. It's going to be taken by Jingo. Interesting choice to take this ball.
I'd want Jingo in the box when the header.
They've got Aguilar and Clarino there with plenty of height as well. Bidar is no small kid.
Ooh, across the face of the goal. You don't want that happening if you are NU. The ball should never cross the face of the goal like that without getting somebody on it.
Somehow filters through everyone.
If there was a guy on that back post, that's an easy goal.
Valenzuela. That's sensible there from Macapal. Pepito. Gadia knocking it right back for Michael Sims to chase. That's good defending there from Nico Makapal. It's actually the left side of the defense, not the right side, that's new for NU today. We've got Oren on the left side and Dagsa at left center back, thanks to the suspensions to Eddie Alivio and Darwin Regala. Thus far, NU have well. Castle, sensitive go through.
Some eager, younger players would probably try and get on that ball and but very, very good job there and following the ball up.
Moved skyward by Jericho Dagsa. As we mentioned, he's from Palawan. If you've been following the Palarong Pambansa, the team that's won it the last 2 years is from Aropa. That's Mindoro, Marinduque, Romblon, Palawan. So, and they beat, they beat the kids from Negros Occidental, Iloilo, NCR.
You know what I suggest for these college kids who are about to graduate, who have skill, don't give up if you haven't got to a big club. Go to a second division team, go to a lower end first division team, work your way up, play a couple years under them, get the experience, get the exposure, and then the bigger clubs will come in and get you.
Why not go to the WFL? Make a name there?
Well, you can, but you want them in competitive 11-a-side games, and I think the second division is the minimum level I'd say that I'd want a player to be in, because that's 11-a-side, that's a little more competitive. It's I guess a difficult division to be in, and the ball goes over. And back to that. It's a division you'd want to pick players from and get them experience, So they'll get good quality experience in this type of level. And if they can get to teams like Socceroo or Laos or some of the new teams, that would be great. Green Archers, Pachanga, those teams, they regularly use college players.
Speaking of Velmayor there, he also plays for John Gutierrez in Pachanga, scored a bunch of goals for them in the last competition. Another Pachanga, and there's 3 Pachanga players getting the ball there. This is Gadia. Gadia stays on his feet, and Casil sends that ball wide.
You kind of want to see him be a little more in control coming up the field like that. When you're just speeding down straight the middle, it's difficult to get any space or to move left or right. So you have to have either a lot of space to be dribbling that fast, or very skillful. And that's like a Messi or a Neymar type of player that you want in the middle, speeding down.
Or a Chanatip, Songkrasin.
Yeah. But you want to see Gadia be a little more composed, a little more, pull back the reins a little bit in control.
Oren with the goal kick. Niligpit uli ni, check that, that's Dagsa with the goal kick. Niligpit naman ni Oren. Vidar, it's a piece of it. Salenga, is he gonna unload? Salenga, deflection, corner kick, NU.
That's a shot he should have taken first half when he had the wind at his back. Now the wind's against him. Going to be a little more difficult to put into goal when you're shooting against the wind. And the wind here today is fairly strong.
The wind always, take that ball. The wind is always coming from the back of that goal on the left of your screen. I've never felt it going the other way.
Good defense there.
Aguilar.
That's the play through the middle that they want. They need to combine there in the middle.
Jinggoy on Casel.
Good defense by Casel, not letting Jinggoy bother him too much off the ball.
Last year sa finals, na-suspend si Jinggoy for his red card against UST in the Final Four. Nung nakaraang taon, ganun din ang nangyari. Sinabi naman ni Jinggoy, inaamin naman niya na minsan nandidilim ang paningin niya, but he promises to be better this year. This is Vince Aguilar, looping it forward. Great positioning from Macapal to cut off the supply line to Michael Sims. Colina. I think we should be seeing some substitutions soon.
Give it another 10 minutes or so, 5-10 minutes. Then it would be a good time. It's always around the 65th minute. Get a sub in for the last 30 minutes of the game.
What I really love about UAP is it actually allowed more substitutions in this competition than almost any other competition. You can have up to 7 here, I believe 6 or 7. And it really helps spread the playing time around to a lot of players, which I like about UAP. We need to do that in a developmental phase like this.
It's good to have it out here, I guess, for the younger teams and the younger players. You know, but at the same time, you want them to learn how football is done abroad. You go to Singapore and you're only given 3 substitutes. You know, you come out to the professional league out here, you're given 5. Yeah, you're given more, and for me it's too many substitutes if you ask me. I'd like it to get to the level where they do it in Singapore, you know, and everywhere else in the world, all the other professional leagues.
It's usually only 3, although in FIFA International Leagues, they allow up to 6. Clarino hoists it forward to Bidar. Aguilar, fine work there by Colina. Gadia's got some room. Bidar. Pachi making a move down the center. Back to Nino Muros. Valmayor not his best touch. Salenga. Oh, Salenga stripped there by Bidar. Heavy from Aguilar. Albert Yatko to Michael Sims.
I wonder how Bidar's conditioning is. He's looked quite... His touch has been a little heavy the last couple minutes here, the last couple times he's received that ball. First game.
Muros. Aguilar to Valmayor! Always outside the far stick. How many more chances is NU going to give Jinggoy Valmayor?
He needs to put it on frame. He hasn't had one on frame today. If he gets one on frame, it's going to be a goal, I think. You know, he just needs to get his head right and the shot on target, and he'll score something today. That's for sure. He's getting the balls. He's getting them in the proper positions.
You gotta love the one-touch foul ball there by Alvin. Can I say Alvin Aguilar? I mean,
Are they related?
I'm not sure. We can see if he can do a chokehold later. Vincent Aguilar, of course.
If that's the son, I don't think he'd be too happy with you for calling him the lookalike of
Kiao Coco.
Kiao Coco.
Magaling naman si Kiao Coco. Dapat matuwa siya doon.
Pangit
diba?
naman si Kiao Coco.
Hindi naman. Sobra ka naman. There's Aguilar, Muros, Bidar. Beautiful little flick forward meant for Aguilar, and Casil will send this into the training ground.
See, this what I'm talking about. When you just boot it out, it's the sign of a young, inexperienced player. You know, in a very dangerous position or time, you can kick like that. But even if you kind of want to get it a little bit under control and put it into space behind the defense for your teammate to run onto.
Tinan mo yung pati niya. Kiao Coco, pare. Pati yung galaw niya.
Mas guwapo to.
I would say so, definitely. He scored in a UAAP final, by the way, 2 years ago against Ateneo. In the final again when Jinggoy was
You're saying UP's only been to 4 finals?
No, they've been to 4 in a row.
Okay.
But they won another one before that.
They've definitely won a few, because when I was in college, they won at least 2.
I know that Anto has won. And it looks like the University of the Philippines are on the verge of making a substitution. We'll get to that in a bit. Carino, Gadia, Michael Sims. Yatko. Santos. Bad giveaway by Santos. Valenzuela's got Salenga on the right flank, making a good cut. And that is better defending there. I believe that's Clarino who took the ball out.
Yeah, that's Clarino.
Any rate, there is a substitution for University of the Philippines. The left winger for today, Michael Sims, is checking out, and in his place is Lou Rafanan, who is in his second year for UP. So the first or the second change for Anto Gonzalez.
Anto was saying earlier he has 3 of his starting lineup graduating this year, so it's almost a very...
And here's one of them.
Anytime you have 3 players graduating from your team, there's a turnover of 3 of your starting players. It's a major blow to your team and your starting lineup.
Bidar, Aguilar, looking for Rafana. Yeah, the 3 are Aguilar. Well, Yatko is in his last playing year. Valmayor also.
And so you have 3 key players that are graduating. You need to, you need to try and win it this year.
Valenzuela. Moros doing very well. Rafanan 1 touch. Aguilar. Gadia spies Bidar on the other side. Just not the best touch from Sohail Bidar. He needs help. He's all by his lonesome. Pachi Santos beats Jekar.
Bidar looks like his legs are a little bit heavy right now. You know, the last few runs down his side, he's touched the ball a little too far. So it might be time to give him a rest, especially if you haven't played. Game shape is very different from fitness, you know, in just running around.
It's the touches, isn't it? The sharpness of all your movements.
And look, you could run the Cooper test, be the fastest in the, but when it comes to the games, it's completely different type of fitness because you're running left, right, cutting, going back, forth. It's so many more different motions and movements that get you really tired. That's game fitness, and that's what players need over 90-minute span. And when they get it in 30 minutes here and there in training, and then a big break, 30 minutes here, it's not going to completely get them fit.
Aguilar, Bidar, that's useful to Jinggoy. Oren did well, but Jinggoy's got it back.
That's that, release that Jinggoy.
Aguilar had some daylight there, didn't he? Oh, that's well done from Pachi Santos. Casil using his body. That's good defending from Arnel Casil right there.
Yeah. Jinggoy could have given the ball up earlier, played it across the face of the goal, and let his teammate have a shot.
I gotta say, Casil, rather Pachi Santos with the ball here, he's put some moves in the last few minutes in this part of the field.
A little bit casual right there, but like I said, I like what Pachi brings to this team and the skill set that he has. Quick defender, intelligent.
Salenga is going to have a go at this one, and that never really threatened the goal frame of Ace Villanueva. That is the shot. And it drifted away.
UP got to be careful here. If they continue to allow NU to come up the field and get shots off on goal, they may get lucky and they may have a decent strike, and UP could go down. You know, you don't want to give that many opportunities to guys like Salenga.
Substitution coming up for National U, as Jekar Soriano is out, and in his place is Alberto Frias. He wears the number 7 shirt that would indicate he'd play a wide role. Don't know much about Frias. First time to see him in action in this UAAP season. That's why you like good goalies who can kick the ball very long. Aguilar. First touch for Frias. Back to Valenzuela.
Good job by the keeper to come out and collect that ball.
You're watching NU versus UP, UAAP Men's Senior Football Season 77 here. Our presentation at ABS-CBN Sports. Rafanan. This is Lou Rafanan. Gadia, he's been quiet. Check that. This is Rafanan with space. Jingoy's lurking in the middle. Tries to keep it on the ground and gets tangled up in Patrick Valenzuela's feet. Lionel Casil plays the sweeper position very well for NU. Has kept a clean sheet for Jason Pepito tonight. Salenga. Turned over to Bidar. Aguilar!
Put this on frame.
Jingoy! And it's in there! UP have finally gotten on the scoreboard. They say it takes 5 chances for a striker to get a goal, and that's exactly what Jingoy needed.
His first shot on frame, and it's in the net. You know, if he would have done that with a few of his earlier strikes, it would have been a goal. He would have had more.
Again, it's Vince Aguilar. Warren unable to stop it. It isn't pretty, but
that's his game.
It scrapes the inside of the post.
Yeah, that's his game. Use your strength, use your body, get past the defender, hold him off, and put a shot on frame.
Change for Lelem Laranas as Francis Abalunan is out, and Marol Bungay, another one of the kids from Palawan, is in the game for National University. So now we have 3 players from Palawan who have taken a part in this match, and there's another change. You called it, Sohail Bidar. What a beautiful finish. He got the keeper going the wrong way.
I think I need a scouting trip to Palawan one of these days.
Yeah, maybe you can ask Randy Ross to spot you for a scouting trip in Coron, maybe.
Yeah, sounds like a good place to start the trip.
Players, yes.
Randy, you hear that?
Maybe in, yeah. At any rate, there's a change also for UP. You called it, so Hale Bidar is off, and in his place, another one of the veterans for Anto Gonzalez, James Paul Condat.
You know, what you see here is a lot of players who individually they can have skill, but they may need to play with better skilled players for them to improve, you know, and for you to see the best out of them.
Rafanan, that's not a bad idea from Rafanan, their forward to Jingoy.
Yeah. I think you get a guy like Gadia or a guy like Pachi, you put him on a team like say Meralco or Global or whatnot, and they play there. They're going to get experience. They're going to be playing with better players. They'll know how to play. They'll learn so much. And within, look at what has happened to Amani in just 6 months' time, man.
Rafanan cutting back.
got
Aguilar!
Shoot that one time.
Macapal skating around Condat, and UP very close to getting it 2-0.
You got to shoot that one time.
Ibig sabihin ng one time, tirahin na agad, huwag nang i-dribble pa, di ba?
Oh,
Isang touch lang.
exactly.
But, you know, Aguilar, what a game he's been having. He's been the provider. He's been so selfless, and he deserved that assist on that goal. Yatko. Muros forks it over. That's Trias, back to Colina. Looping it forward to Bungay, the substitute, and he runs out of field. Can't say UP don't deserve this lead though, Armand.
No, definitely. They've had the clear attempts. They've had more possession of the ball. They definitely deserve this win.
It's not a win yet. 16 and a half minutes to go.
Definitely deserve to be up at this time, but they should have more on that board, you know. And Antot needs to look at his midfield, and he needs to figure out how he can get more out of them.
Moros. UP settling down, no pressure from NU. Villanueva hasn't been too threatened in this match. Pachi back to Febbaya. Gadia with some room here. Let's see what he does with the space. Well, it disappeared pretty quickly there thanks to the work of Frias. Salenga. Salenga can't be all by himself every time.
Sure they're saying? Don't play there on the defensive end and lose it just like that. That is a big no-no. You do that at the professional level, you'll be yanked or off a team sooner rather than later.
Macapal. Macapal still on his feet. It's Valmayor to Aguilar. Not surprisingly, plays a lead pass. Pepito, I think he needed to
Get that wider.
I think Pepito needed to go up sooner and hoof that ball. He kind of hesitated.
Yeah, no, Aguilar needed to put the ball out to the wing a little further, and he would have had a great pass in and space for the winger to run onto.
Condat to Gadia. Yatko. Rafanan. It's not enough off the ball movement from UP at the moment. It's a bit too static. Clarino, that's for Rafanan. Rafanan doesn't give up on it.
When it's static like that, that's when the long balls come. You know, they don't have the patience always to just pass it around the back.
Antipolo. And it is almost lost there by Valenzuela. And that is a nothing ball from Patrick Valenzuela. Kung ako si Ace Villanueva, hindi ako nagmamadali sa ganyan. Ihintayin ko muna may dumating na tao kasi siyempre gusto nilang ubusin yung oras ngayon. One touch from Valmayor. Back to Vince Aguilar.
He was looking to go from the very get-go. He could have passed and slotted Valmayor through, but the moment he got that ball, he had space. You saw, he looked up to go, wanted to put something on frame. Unfortunately, it was blocked, but you can't fault for wanting to get a shot off.
Condat feeds Rafanan. Gadia. UP are starting to command possession right now. Pachi Santos, great touch by Aguilar. One touch back, Aguilar. Oh, just the last pass back.
That's if he were faster, if he were quicker, if he were in better shape, he would have gotten to that ball and it would have been a goal. You know, it's just those things that he's a great player. He has all the skill and the eye for goal. You know, it's a natural instinct not everybody has, and he has it. You know, he just needs to put in the work.
Meanwhile, it's a shot in anger by Elgin Antipolo, picked up off the one hop by Ace Villanueva. Gadia. Chingoy.
If John from Pachanga ever wants to trade Jingoy, I'd definitely be open to it. I think he would be a good project for us, you know. Playing with guys like Phil and James and showing him the work ethic and work rate that they put into every practice, and might rub off onto a guy like this.
Well, you've said it on national TV. How about that?
Oh, John, give me a call.
Okay, another Masbateño coming in for Elgin Antipolo. And what a story here for this young man, Mark Marcaida. He's the nephew of Coach Noel Marcaida, who we all know, one of the great new young coaches. And the thing about Mark Marcaida, he is actually deaf.
Oh, really?
So wonderful to see NU giving a player with challenges like Marcaida a chance here to play UAAP football. Let's see if he can make a difference.
Communication is such a big thing in football. So to be able to come and play at this level with that
disability.
Yeah, that's a great job and great work by that kid.
Tagsa. Giving him room to work.
How old is he?
I think it's his second or third year, I'm not sure. Trias. We have another change. I think Ryan Fermin is set to come in for UP. Another Southridge kid who's going to take the place of Nino Muros, who has really worked hard. Nakakapagod talaga maglaro ng holding midfield, di ba?
Oh,
it's a different, difficult position.
I mean, any place in the middle, if you're going box to box, it's very tough. Holding midfield, you're more of, I guess, a defensive.
Oh, there's a giveaway. Valenzuela on target, but straight at Ace Villanueva.
UP's got to tighten it up in there. If not, something may slip past the goalkeeper. But back to the holding mid. If a holding mid is more of a defensive center mid, and they don't attack so much, their job is to not allow the opposing team to get through the middle, you know, and they have to be a disrupting presence there in the center of midfield, so that way other teams can't control or possess or go through the middle.
Tagsa. This is Colina trying to feed Salenga. Gadia to Valmayor.
Reset, right back, very good.
Roll control, alt delete to Albert Yatko.
Swing it around. Very good.
Fermin to the weak side to Pachi. He's got Condat if he wants him. Flip forward to Condat, and Casil will just let this ball trickle out.
Pachi's mistake on this last play is when he had the ball, he looked up and he dribbled to his teammate, which closed space. If he stayed back a little bit, waited for his teammate to make a run, he could have played that ball over the top, or he could have waited for another one of his teammates to come and support, and he could have played them into feet.
Jezer in the match right now. He's come in for Lawrence Colina. So Lelem Laranas of NU, the coach, is putting out all the stops, all the fresh legs. Ryan Fermin from Southridge, very good football school. He also has league experience with the Socceroo, with the Reyes brothers. Adel Casil with the free kick. Aguilar with his nth one-touch pass, although this one falls to Nico Macapao.
Good defense.
Pachi strong.
Oof. Slow to turn. The thing about having a player like Jingoy, he just needs a chance. So he could be out of shape at any point, any time, and if he gets the ball, 2 minutes to go, in front of goal, all he has to do is turn and shoot, and he can put the ball in the net. You know, so it's always a difficult decision for a coach to take out a player who may not be in the best shape that is that dangerous. You know, so that's why I feel if he went to a strong team where he'd be coming off the bench, that might be the push he needs to start working that extra bit to get him to that next level.
Actually, Santos, he wants to get to the next level as well. And how about this kid, Arnel Casil? Very long throw into the box. It's not easy to find long throwers, is it?
No.
How did Anton, your brother, develop his long throw? Did he just practice it a lot, or?
No, I honestly, I have no idea, man. He goes to the gym a lot. That's what he does.
Baya. UP should be content. Alam mo, parang napapansin ko sa inyo, nag-iisa lang kasi si Paulo Salenga sa taas.
Yep.
Baka kailangan niya ng kalaro.
Kanina
Meanwhile,
ooh, sayang.
Aguilar just not able to latch onto that.
Sayang.
He's had a wonderful day.
Yeah.
He's just shown me a lot of maturity and creativity and selflessness today. Into the last 7 minutes. Pachi. Free kick to National. UP not having the services of Gabe Mendoza this year, who did so well coming off the bench. So they are a bit lacking in the reserve striker department. It's Dagsa, Jericho Dagsa. Useful into the middle of the penalty box. Gadias getting in there. Frias. Macapal, that's a high boot from Macapal. That'll be called every day. Pachi, this is for Jingo. And Casil levels him. That's a yellow card. Can't blame the coach, but
No.
they're standing around each other, but hindi pumuputok ng ano, hindi sila masyado nagkakainitan, which is good to see. Casil gets the yellow, he backs off. Jingoy is still on his knees.
No, that hurts. That hurts. But if that happened first thing in the game, Jingoy would not have scored today.
Oh, it's a shoulder into Valmayor. That is...
He goes down hard. He's shaken up for sure.
Not quite, I would say, the time where you're gonna ask him, where are you? What is your name? What date is it? But he's a tough kid. He's gonna be fine. There'll be a handshake between him and Casil for sure after the game.
Yeah. That's very tough. You know, when I was in high school, my coach came up to me and he said, we were in the finals for CCS, and he came up to me and goes, see that number? I want you to tackle him. Give him one hard one. And, you know, it makes them aware for the whole game.
Jingoy floating it around. And the field needed to be 107 meters long and not 105. You know what I saw there from Pepito? The dribble, the basketball dribble by the keepers.
Yeah.
I don't see that in other countries, only in the Philippines.
I don't know if that's allowed, that's why.
It's allowed, it's just not advisable.
Yeah. His own time.
Here it is. They do not teach this in goalkeeping school, I'm telling you. in a bad pitch, kung saan magpupunta yung bola, kung gagawin mo yan. Nakikita ko si Carl Viray, ginagawa din niya yun, yung goalkeeper ng Adamson. Pati ata si Lendon Flores, is that from UE, one of the other ones. Pero siguro nasanay lang talaga sa basketball, kahit pa paano.
For sure. These guys, I'm sure they grew up playing basketball. Ooh, dangerous.
Landoni can't quite keep it. This is Makapal. Oh, Casil has come up. They've put Arnel Casil forward. Looks like it's 3-5-2 time now for you. Salenga. Halandoni. Salenga trying to play the give and go. Pero parang kumapal na rin ang defense ng UP, naging mas compact lalo.
But you got to see, NU is pressuring UP right now. Their last couple minutes of this game, last 5 minutes or so, and there's still plenty of time for NU to come back and score a goal here.
And here's an interesting decision. It's Salenga, who's had a very frustrating day. He's worked hard, has come off the field. It's Jacob Gomez coming in, and Mark Marcaida is wearing the captain's armband for NU.
You know, Salenga has impressed me here today. You know, there's definite potential in that kid. Still very young, and really impressed.
And it's unfortunate he's been starved of possession. Can't say the same for this man, Valmayor.
Nice try.
Casil strong in the box. Ariel Casil, there's a case for him to be part of the pool for a youth national team coming up.
For sure, he's done a great job here today. I like the physicalness. He's played very safe and sure-footed. You know, so he definitely needs that experience and should get it.
Alandoni. Gadia. Too many dribbles from Gadia, but he is tagged. It'll be a free kick for for UP as we are in the 90th minute. UP is going to take their sweet time here for sure.
Yeah.
1-0 thanks to the 70th minute strike of Jingoy. That might be all UP will need today.
What do you think? You going to put this on frame, or is he going to try and pass this off?
He'll pass this off.
You think? That's a shot.
Ooh, it's a shot on goal, and it's a save from Asen Pepito. It turns out to be a pretty good one.
You can tell a striker is a striker. They're gonna want to score from wherever they can.
Good job there from Pepito. Corner kick. I like these kicks taken short in a situation like this. 2 minutes of stoppage time. I do not like putting this in there. How about you, Armand?
Yeah, just keep it in that corner. What you want to do is get it short and play the ball just in that corner over there.
They're not gonna get it short. Hondat's gonna put it in the box. Good corner though. Casil again.
Walk it to the ball. Look for a teammate. Put the ball into the corner flag and hold it there with Aguilar in the corner flag.
Condat wasting a little bit more. Condac's gonna get a yellow card for time wasting. There it is. Parang nasulit na rin ng yellow card para magsayang ng oras.
You know, for me, that's not sulit. You want to make sulit a yellow card, you hit someone hard. You know, I'm not saying to do it. It's just when you want that yellow card, you gotta earn it.
You like the duty foul, of course. Yeah. At any rate, Condat booked for time wasting by Joel Lamboson, and it's the last chance now for NU. Macapa, they gotta send the kitchen sink forward. Played back nicely, back to Macapal. Is this a corner? Did that get off the boot of it? No. UP, no, they're gonna say goal kick.
Yeah. But that's all they've been given today are shots from outside the box, you know, so it's really difficult for NU to score when you're not getting quality chances inside that 18-yard box.
If UP hangs on to this lead, they go to 7 points. They join Ateneo and FEU atop the standings, and that is confirmation there. It's a 1-0 victory for UP thanks to that man, Jingoy Valmayor, getting a great assist from Vince Aguilar. UP, although they're not alone atop the standings, they are atop the standings with 7 points after 3 games. Daniel Gadia told me to come over and say happy birthday to Annalisa Gadia, his mom. And UP win 1-0 against NU. We will be back to wrap this
Happy
up. Don't go
birthday,
away.
Miss Gadia.
Welcome back. So that is the confirmation there. UP and NU meeting for the first time in season 77. It's the Maroon Booters who come out on top 1-0 thanks to Jingoy Valmayor's goal. And this is how UP did it.
Could have been much more if Jingoy could have gotten more shots on frame, you know, but NU lucky to escape with just a 1-0 defeat. And no, I do expect bigger and better things from this UP squad. They were lacking a little bit for me in the midfield, and you had good, solid defense, and their midfield held for much of the game. And you know, unfortunately for NU, Jingoy got one of his shots on frame.
Carlos Salenga trying to feed Jicker Soliano.
I do rate this kid. I do rate him.
You like the way he moves, doesn't he?
Yeah, I do rate him. He seems very intelligent, selfless, and aware of where he is on the field.
Clean sheet for Ace Villanueva. Ito naman si Sohail Bidar. How about that for a first start in the UAAP on national television? Nearly scoring.
And in amazing fashion. That would have been an amazing goal had he finished that. You know, his touch towards the end of the game kind of started to go away from him, which is always a sign of fatigue. But you know, what you saw in the first half, he did an excellent job out there.
And this is the goal. Aguilar to Valmayor. Simple, intelligent football. Valmayor using his body to peel off Oren in defense. The big fella has done it again. Patrick Valenzuela had a shot on target. Ace is gonna smother that ball. How about that from Jingoy? Good save by Hasan Pepito. So, what do you say with these stats? Fairly level game. I mean, NU had their chances, but UP deserves the win.
NU's chances came from outside the box, majority of their shots. So you had, of those 10 shots, 5 of them were inside the box at the very least, close to scoring. NU's, I'd say 6 of those 7 shots were from outside the 18, if not all 7. So they didn't have anything that tested UP. Especially, how are you going to test them when you're only sending 1, 2, at most 3 men forward?
That's right. Our man of the match today, none other than Jingoy, who has found the back of the net once again this season. Big honorable mention for me to Vince Aguilar, who could have had a hat-trick of assists today.
Yeah, he did well today.
Having his head checked, and he's gonna be okay. Please tune in next Thursday, a week from today, live on Balls Channel HD at 1 p.m. Adamson against this UP team. And the match number 2, the UE Red Warriors against the UST Tigers. UE has gotten a first win. UST would like to join them with a first win. That's live next Thursday, December 18 on Balls Channel HD. You can watch it the day after on December 19 on Sports and Action starting at 2 p.m. So on behalf of the crew here, especially Direct Al, Neri, and my partner, Armand Del Rosario, this is Bob Guerrero saying thank you for joining us for this great men's football action in UAAP season 77. Bye for now. God bless.